here we have this pretty complex sentence. Let's read it. That the word bloviate, originally used to describe how this president spoke pompously and at length. Those are our two clues. It's still most often employed in a political context, shows that politicians are still prone to forsake. What does this phrase mean? They are likely to give up or to not use. It's a simpler way of saying it. Blank speech. So they are still prone to not using speech. That is the opposite of the two clues that I underlined here. So honest. When you speak honest, are you speaking the opposite of pompously and at length? Well, I imagine pompous. You stick your chest out. I'm so important. I'm going to speak at length about something. Let's say I took the GRE and I got a perfect score on both sections. That might be the truth. It depends on who's saying that. But they can drone on pompously about that. But that doesn't mean it can't be honest. So we can get rid of A. And notice I would say that when you see politician, the opposite of honest oftentimes jumps to mind. So make sure you don't make that knee-jerk choice. B, humorous. Politicians are still prone to forsake humorous speech. Well, I mean, you can speak pompously and at length and maybe make some humorous remarks. It just doesn't sound like it's contrasted enough to pompous and at length. So we'll get rid of it. Improvisational. Something is improvisational. It might be short. You come up with it on the spot, but that's not part of the definition of improvisational. Direct. Something is direct is definitely not at length. Someone who speaks pompously speaks again in a way that's very self-important and contrasts a bit with direct, and at length definitely contrasts with direct. So that's a pretty strong answer. Finally, illogical. If this were logical, you could have an argument. They forsake logical speech, which tends to be coherent and succinct. Illogical is the opposite of that, so we don't really even have to worry about that. And the answer is D.